how are you different from the other two candidates, from Muhammad Taib and from Rustam? How do you portray yourself to the delegates?
Well, I think as I'm one of the more senior member of the party, I explained to them my records in terms of service to the governments, and of course in various ministries. There's as far as the official jobs concerned, but of course my involvement in politics, my position that I've taken since I became a member of the Supreme Councils, 3 terms, what I call vice presidents, and what job I have been doing in the party in terms of the special committee that I chair, constitutional amendments, well, many things. But of course, highlighting, I think, the experience I've gone through in terms of managing matters of importance to the party and the government and the country. So trying to impress upon the delegates that this should be the real basis of considerations when you want to choose a leader. I think I'm the most senior in that sense in the government as well as the party. I think I have been given or entrusted with many responsibilities both in the governments and various ministries. I think those are very useful to put you in that second sort of position both in the party and the government. And I've gone through many experiences, I think both at local, national, and international levels. I think these are the so-called the ingredients that you require. Well, I have to sell myself as a product, which I think has got good quality, but it is a question of salesmanship, how you do it, and impress upon them. But of course, well, that is so. The demand is more than just saying what you are and who you are and what have you been doing all this while. They want you to be close to them, to shake more hands, look into the eyes, pet them more often, and to smile.
Kiss more babies and all that.
Kiss more babies, that sort of PR things. Right. Which is important in UMNO, but I don't think that should be the overriding considerations. I basically feel at the time when we're facing serious problem, which UMNO is facing, I press upon them, you need a very strong team of leadership. Of course, they use this sort of thing like you cannot have 2 lions on the mountain. So that Najib is strong leadership. You cannot have a strong leadership that will be later on a challenge.
And that's what I think.
And explain to them, I think it's wrong. If you say so, then you mean to say elect what I call not so strong leader, elect a person who is weak. I don't think that's what UMNO wants, and I don't think that's what the country wants. The country wants strong leadership, but that's one, it's a whole team. But they're faced with all these complex issues and problems, politics, economics, and many things that the country is facing.
But looking at the history of people will be arguing that it's in Najib's interest to have a relatively weaker, deputy, rather than someone who could be seen as a threat, to his.
I do not think so. I think in many of my so-called engagement with Datuk Najib during this process of transition plan that we work out, sort of in a way together, he expressed the complex situation that we're facing and the need to turn around UMNO, and at the end to put ourselves into better positions and be accepted more by the people. So I think those are important, as well as acknowledging the problems of the day, economic issues, downturn that you're facing. These require more than just, I would say, a normal experience. I think you have to have really the capability and the capacity to manage the situation, and you need a team of people. You cannot do it alone. I don't think that the thing about the possibility of someone what I call contesting against or going against. I do not think that is what is in mind. I think he's as pragmatic a leader as one would imagine. He knew what are the important issues of the day that we have to address. He needs a strong deputy that will be able to assist him, who has got experience, to gone through the ups and downs of the governments and the party, which I had anyway. So I think those should be, which I believe are matters of interest to him as a Prime Minister.
Last week, I think last week, Datuk Musa told the press that there was a meeting between Datuk Najib and the chairman of the UMNO, the UMNO chairman, state UMNO chairman, and sort of they agreed to look for a compromise for the number 2 post. Is it true?
I don't know. I don't have that sort of privileged information. I possibly feel they could have been, but I have no knowledge of what transpired. There was some news to that effect, but I'm not privy to it. I'm not too sure. Maybe a follow-up with some of the proposals that have been mooted by some people to say, under the present circumstances, we're facing this sort of uncertainties, and politically things in UMNO is not in order, and there is need to sort of work out some formula of compromise. So I think that's as much as I know, but I do not know.
What would be your position on something like this? Would you prefer to have an election, or you know, some agreement on the candidate, you know, for number 2?
Well, I could be prejudiced in saying if there is a compromise, then I cannot be the one that should be compromised. That's what Rustam did say. Yes, he said it's okay, if it's not me, then the other guy should go. That is not a compromise. I would seriously say yes, if there is a broad thinking among the leaders at the top to say, because of the situation we're facing, why don't we sit down? And that has always been the way that UMNO manages itself. It's a concept of musyawarah. Which means you sit down, discuss, take into account what is present, and if you can reach a certain consensus that would be agreeable to all parties and not expense of the party of UMNO and of course the people itself, then why not? That should be the principle. It's not self-serving. It should be looking to the broader interest of the party.